Hello everyone, my name is ReadNinja, or you can just call me Read if you want to. I am here to give you basically a simple synopsis or a quick rundown about Dragon Age Inquisition and tell you what we know so far. Give you guys a heads up on everything that's going on. Okay, then I'm just gonna start with the simple, basically the plot. As you all know, you are playing the Inquisitor, or the survivor of the Veil being torn, and your main focus basically is to build up your order in the World of Chaos. The civil war between mages and Templars are going on. Basically, that's coming from Dragon Age 2. There's conflict in Orlais. There's some secret stuff going on with the Grey Wardens, and most of the world's leaders have been put in this conflict. No one knows what to do. Everyone's in chaos, and things are going out of disarray. Okay, combat in Dragon Age Inquisition has also been revamped as well. They will have a tactical camera has been confirmed, so apparently which was only able to be used in PC. This will also be available for all platforms. Your AIs will be smart, so your AIs will react and think and have much more difficulty in battle for you as the character. So this all sounds like a mixture of Dragon Age Origins thinking combat-wise and Dragon Age 2's fast-paced action, which I think is pretty cool because I did like the hell fast-paced action they had in Dragon Age 2, but I didn't really like the whole idea of just doing the button mashing. So I think this is a really good compromise between those two fighting styles, I guess. Also, environments are now destructible. So say there's a bridge there's a high arc bridge or something like that, and you have your characters being shot with arrows or spells or whatever like that. Then you as a character, Inquisitor or whoever, can go over there and just break that bridge or burn on fire or whatever it is you want to do with that. If you guys get a chance to look at some PAX footage, then you will notice that there is a chain hook thing or explosive fire bombs that your Inquisitor can use. Yeah, they were using the warrior and they had used some type of chain hook thing, which is basically reminds me of Mortal Kombat Scorpion, which I think is awesome. And you can also put up ice bears or a meteor of fire or something like that as a mage, as Viviana was able to use. There were also explosive fire bombs you were able to use to take out some boats. And the mages were able, it seemed like, in my opinion, they were able to teleport for fast-paced movement, move around a lot in the battlefield. Also, very, very important, health is no longer going to be regenerated. So you have to manage your health in this game. So you have to think before you react, or you have to worry about how much health you have, because it will not be given freely to you as easily as it used to be before in Dragon Age 2 and 1. As well as enemies will not be scaled to your level any longer, so you might want to think before you go after that dragon for that armor set. So exploration in the game has also been more detailed in depth as well. As we all know, the main setting in the game is Status, and the confirmed countries or places that we can go so far is Orlais, Tevinter, and Ferelden. So we might be seeing some familiar faces, maybe Fenris or even Alistair or some Grey Wardens, something like that. Also, they will have open world multi-region, so one map or one area will be 4 to 5 times the size of Ferelden. So this will allow less loading screens and more time to go out and explore and find some things which you will need to do for certain items or whatever it is they have you doing out there. And also there's the thing now that the world goes on without you, so there's a very high chance that you could miss something, or you could overlook a cave or a secret entrance or anything else that can help you in the game, which I think is pretty good. And it also has that whole Skyrim feel or old RPG feeling of gameplay wise. So what do you guys think about that? It sounds pretty cool in my opinion, but others may not like it as much as I do. Customization will be much more explored in this game, so you'll have class-based armor. So you can create your character to look a specific way, or whatever you have, you can maybe color it or dye it or whatever it is you can do with your character. So not all classes have the same or one look. So say if you have a mage or a rogue or warrior, if you decided wanted to give them a breastplate over that, then it will not look the same for the rogue as it will look on the warrior or the mage. And also your race as well will have a factor in certain clothes, or your race and background will also have a really in-depth touch on your fashion taste or whatever that for your character or something like that. You will also have crafting, which will be available or new availability for the game. So you can craft items. You'll be able to look for specific materials, or so that will also be used for exploring factors. So if you want to like find certain materials, ores, or maybe look for certain animal skins to help for certain materials or leathers or things like that for your character. Also, for those of you who do not like your mage's helmets, I know that's a running joke so far in the Dragon Age series, you will also have the option to hide the helmet, toggle off the feature on and off if you want. You will also be able to use castle-based or home-based customization. So if you have set it to a certain fashion taste or whatever like that you want, you can add that option. Not sure how in-depth it is, but it has been confirmed that you will have such an option. For confirmed companion characters, as you all know, Varric Tetras, I can't say the name right, sorry guys, who's also a character from Dragon Age 2 and our lovable, handsome, chest-wielding rogue dwarf from second game will also be in there. There will also be Cassandra Pentegra. She is a character from Dragon Age Dawn of the Seeker. You guys should check that out. She's also the last member of the Seekers of one of the last members of the Seekers. I believe she'll be playing our whole like anti-mage thing going on. Because if you guys see the movie or whatever like that, you will know that her family or brother was attacked by blood mages, and that has greatly affected her and her interactions and ideals of how mages are and how they react. There's a new and up-and-coming character in the world of Dragon Age. Her name is Vivian. She is a former Orlesian Circle mage, and she was an up-and-coming first enchanter, but she decided to leave the position and to help her fellow mages out in the war against Templars and mages. And she was written and created by Mary Kirby, who describes her as the Iron Lady, so that sounds pretty awesome. And also, if you guys have seen the E3 trailers, you will have noticed the giant Canary or Goatman or whatever you want to call him in the trailers. He has been confirmed to be a companion. He is called the Iron Bull, and that's all what we know so far about him. So that'll be interesting to see a Canary character interacting with your Canary character if you decide to be a Canary. So, and as you guys all know, Morgan will be returning. She is a character from Dragon Age Origins, and she will have an impact on your story. She won't be playable, and she won't be a party companion, but she will have more or a greater influence on your story, I believe. So the Dark Ritual and the God Baby or whatever you will have will also be making a passing reference, or more than a passing reference, in the game and story. So, and that would be pretty cool, I think. So you can explore that later in greater details. Also, as we all will come to find out, Flemeth will also be explored as well, along with the, I guess, backstory of Morgan and all that stuff like that. We don't know if Flemeth will be making an appearance, but we know her story will be greater explored or what have you. Also, Mike Laidlaw has stated that just because you are making a new character and things like that, that doesn't mean that you will not be seeing past characters like Hawk and the Warden. So we may be seeing more of a cameo or more of an influence on those characters, since they did have such a large impact on basically what was going on in the world of Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, as you guys all know. So hopes up for that. You will have there's been a fourth new race, the Canaries. So this will be the first time we'll be seeing a female Canary, and you can also be a mage Canary as well. You won't be like the one part of the queue, but they haven't stated how far or what your background for that character would be. See, your race choice or what you decide to be will also have a really large effect on how people react to you or certain places and areas. So your race will be referenced through certain dialogues. Race and class will be referenced in dialogues, especially if you're a Canary mage. I think like we talked to the Iron Bull, who is another Canary. This will impact heavily on how you interact with him, apparently. They're also hoping to add more emphasis on consequences for blood magic for your character as well. As you all know, or if you read up on it, that the developers didn't seem to like the idea that blood magic was just so easily just a click of a button and your character didn't have to follow or worry about the consequences for you, or that blood magic itself is no longer considered such a scary subject, since you as a character or main character were outside that box of, ooh, blood magic's all bad and things like that. So they're hoping to make it much more consequential and much more terrifying aspect for you to actually explore. They're hoping to also add accents. So if you go to, say, a rich neighborhood and meet the people there in comparison to a poor neighborhood in, So there will be much more accents and slangs and something like that to give it a feel of different nations and exploration that you're going to have as a character. As you know, the backgrounds will also be picked as well. We don't know how diverse they're going with it, but you will have a background for your character. It's unsure, or it has not been confirmed if that background will be playable so far for your character, but it will have also an impact on your story or on your interactions between characters because of it though. Some of the surnames or last names for your character that have been confirmed in both, if you watch some of the PAX stuff, or if you listen to some of the PAX things, which I'll hopefully be putting a link below, is that Kadash, which will be something for the dwarves, will be there, which is actually a family name or last name for Shale. She, if you guys get the DLC, you know the golem. She was once a dwarven woman who was transformed into a golem. So hopefully that you'll be able to meet her or explore some detail about that or whatever that you will have. Hopefully I'm saying these names right. But the human will be Tevelin, the elf seems to be Lavalon, and the Canary is Adar. So I'm not sure those are going to be confirmed ones, because they would, if you look at the screen of the PAX things, then you'll see them up there when they go through some of the save ports or whatever you will have. Also, for like interaction with characters and talking and things like that, dialogue wheel has been returned, which I think is pretty awesome, because I know there are some people who have a problem with it, but I seem to like it a lot. So that's going to be there. They're revamping it to give it a much more unique feel, so people who didn't like it or problems that you had with it will hopefully be fixed. Also, there's going to be this new toggle on and off feature that will show the outcome of your choices. So they're going to like paraphrase or put in a small summary of what decisions you're making, things that you'll be able to turn this off and on, of course. So if you don't want to keep that surprise with talking and speaking with all the characters, then you can have that option there, which I think is pretty awesome. As I said before, they want to have more impact in choices, and you have more of the ability to shape the world and shape what it will be or what it will become. Also, it has been confirmed you will be able to participate in character banter. So say your characters, as you know, characters be talking behind you or whatever, you will have your character be able to apparently talk with them or bring their own 2 cents into the conversation. Also, according to Michael Laidlaw, again, the lead designer of Dragon Age, he's hoping for like more of a procedure on body shape and choices of sliders and things like that for your character and things like that for character creation. So hopefully be like, I guess, muscle tone or maybe a little more height abilities in your character from certain classes and things like that. So hopefully you may have more customization on the way your character looks. And also, if you choose the Kunara, you will have the option to toggle on horns or not horns, which I think is awesome as well. So if you want to headbutt someone with your horns on, you can do that in character creation. Or if you want to become like Sten and not have any horns, you can have that option as well. And apparently, according to David Gator, they will also be hoping for some more race-specific content, or your race will have more of an impact in your interactions in certain areas or things like that. And like, say you want to go to certain keeps or areas, it'll be easier for one race than it is for another, say for human or elves, or to get more allies or things like that. So hopefully that will be implemented in the game. I think that sounds pretty awesome as well.